Welcome to the RavensSpace on YouTube. My name is Jason, and this is RavensSpace Daily, where we talk about Baltimore Ravens news every single weekday. Thank you guys so much for joining me. If you're not subscribed to the RavensSpace, please subscribe for the best Baltimore Ravens content on the internet. Also, special shout out to our Patreon subscribers, because without you guys, none of this is possible. We're going to hop right into our 3 news stories of the day, and the first story talks about injuries. There's been some devastating injuries this season, as we know. And the weekend, when the Ravens had camp practice, when we don't report on the different news and different things like that, there was several injuries. And I'm going to read them to you. We're going to go down and one by one, I'm going to tell you who came back and who didn't come back. So Eric Weddle was injured. Jermaine Luminor was injured. Quincy Adebozo was injured. Jeremy Maclin and Tyus Bowser. Now, of these injuries, Eric Weddle, Jeremy Maclin, and Tyus Bowser all came back. They played. You also have some other players getting on the field. You also have some other players getting on the field, like Austin Howard, who was not medically cleared to play before. And all this injury stuff, it's nice to know that some big players came back. One thing that really worries me is Luminor, because right now he's going to have to fill in on that offensive line. We really need him to be able to do that. So we're gonna see how he progresses, but he was injured, and these injuries are coming crazy and fast. Again, when we heard Eric Weddle was injured at practice, we all held our breaths, because Eric Weddle is such a big part of the Ravens defense now, and we really count on him to be that leader. And if he's not there, bad things would happen to the defense, in my opinion. So again, we do have some insurance for him, but again, I was super happy to see that he was back on the field and that everything would be okay with Eric Weddle. So, of the names I said, let me know who you think is going to be the biggest scare factor for you. Who do you think that the Ravens need the most? Eric Weddle, Jeremy Maclin, Tyus Bowser, Luminor? Let me know in the comments below. The next story talks about a quarterback signing. The Ravens signed a journeyman cornerback, Thad Lewis. Now, again, we know the Ravens need some competition for Ryan Mallett. They let go of Dustin Vaughn, and whatever. He wasn't really a quarterback that they wanted to even see play a regular football game. So with Thad Lewis in there, you get some of that veteran mentality in there. You get a player that has been around. Now, is he more talented than Ryan Mallett? We don't know yet. Again, when Thad was younger, he did have that cannon now. We remember some of his days in Buffalo where he played well. When Thad was a younger man, he could throw the ball. But as he gets older, I don't know his skills. I do know Ryan Mallett can throw the ball, but he doesn't have that accuracy and that mental fortitude that we really want. I don't know if Thad has that either. But again, bringing Thad in is a good veteran presence, but it's a good half step to replacing Mallett. Get that in there, get some competition, and start working to make Ryan Mallett better. You may even be able to make Thad Lewis better. But get him in there. And I do think Thad has a chance. I would say about 25% chance to win the backup job. If Ryan Mallett continues to play terribly, then I think Thad has a real shot to get in there and be backup for Joe Flacco. Let me know in the comments below how you feel about the Thad Lewis signing. It's an okay signing. Again, I don't know how much cap it took, but if it took, too much cap for us to get our offensive lineman, I would be very disappointed in that. And the third story of the day is a story that also happened over the weekend, but it's a story that we all knew. That's why I put it at the end. Joe Flacco confirmed won't return until the regular season. Now, he will be practicing, but he just will not be playing in the games. And I'm totally fine with this. Again, Joe Flacco is the key to the Ravens. If the Ravens want to win, they need a great quarterback. And we need Joe Flacco to be as healthy as he can be before going to the season. Joe Flacco's a tough guy. I mean, if this is the regular season, I think he would have played. But now that it's the preseason, just lay back, only throw, put that red jersey on, don't get touched. Tell people to stay away from your quarterback in practice, and everything should be fine. He should be ready to go. I have some high expectations for Joe Flacco this season. I'm super excited to see how well he can do, and I want to know if he can finally just put this team on his back in the regular season, because he's done it in the postseason. In the regular season, can you put this team on your back and can you get us to the promised land? That's what I want to see from Joe Flacco, and I'm excited to see if he can do it this season with the most talent he's ever had on offense. So let me know in the comments below how you think Joe Flacco's season will go and if you think this back injury will hinder him. And like we do at the end of most of our Ravens Space dailies, we have a mailbag question, and this question comes from Jared, and Jared asks, who do you think will fill Alex Lewis's role in the offensive line? Does Jermaine Illuminor have a shot? Thank you so much for your question, Jared, and the answer is yes. He does have a shot. Now, when I say he has a shot, that means that, there's an empty hole. Right now, if I would look at the depth chart, he would be there, in my opinion, right? He would be the number one player there. Now, I do not think the Ravens want him there. I do think they're going to try to go out and either get a center and push Ryan Jensen to the left, or go get a left guard and let Ryan Jensen play center. But now with this Alex Lewis injury, I know a lot of people were thinking, get Ryan Jensen out of there. That's not going to happen. Ryan Jensen, regardless of what position, he will be on the offensive line for the Baltimore Ravens. Now it's up to him to mature and see if he can compete. But I do think that Illuminor has a shot. But Illuminor has to play out of his mind. In the first preseason game, I wasn't so impressed with the offensive line as a whole. Again, Ronnie Stanley I thought did better than the rest did. I was super disappointed in James Hurst. But as a whole, as a package, I thought they really let the offense down for the Baltimore Ravens, especially when the backups came in the second half, and they looked terrible. They gave up lots of sacks. We couldn't run the ball. They just looked bad. So, again, he has a shot, but in my opinion, they're going to want Ryan Jensen at that left guard and try to get a center in, like a Zuta or a Mangold, to try to bolster that offensive line. So thank you so much for your question, Jared. And that is the end of today's Ravens Space Daily. If you guys want to win a giveaway for this week, go to our Facebook page and share any picture that you like, and we will pick a winner, and that winner will be the giveaway winner of the week. So again, please go have some fun. You can win a giveaway. Again, subscribe if you're not subscribed to the Ravens Space on YouTube. Check out our Patreon page where you guys can help us and we'll help you, give you cool stuff in return. Find us on different social media channels, and go Ravens.